Alright, quick little disclaimer. If she acts a little odd in the bottom right for the first little bit, the sun is starting to come up, so the screen it should be easier to see me sooner. So, or soon, so the thing shouldn't glitch out much. Anyway, Pikmin 2. Push select on the title screen. And you change them to, instead of Pikmin 2, you change them to Nintendo. Oh yeah, I forgot I gotta have the microphone in a unique spot this time. I believe if you push... There's something you can do. Yeah, just push A. You can summon a Bulborb to come in and eat them. Anyway, on the normal game, if you load this up for the first time, you're not going to have challenge mode. So, or bonuses, I believe. So just ignore those two. Ignore day 15 as well. Volcatate Freight is a long-haul deep space shipping company. One day, its only employee of any merit, Captain Olimar, crashed on an uncharted planet while on an interstellar vacation. There he was aided by... Oh, she moved? Yeah, she's moving really. Creature seen named Pikmin. In the end, Captain Olimar escaped. But in Olimar's absence, his employer, Hokatate Freight, ran into financial difficulty. The ship we built so hard to fix in the first game. Hokatate Freight. President of the Hokatate Freight and its local employee, Louis. Olimar, I'm so glad you're safe. Yes, very glad. Quite glad at all, or whatever he said. Sadly, I have an announcement that is not so glad. Our company is going under. Yes, we're finished. On his first mission, Louis met a ravenous space bunny, and his entire load of golden pick brand carrots was eaten. I took out an enormous loan to repay the debt from this loss. I decided to sell off corporate assets to repay the loan. It just played the theme there. But the only asset we had to sell was your ship, the SS Dolphin. As for the rest of our loan, we have no means to repay it. Olimar, what is that? You brought that back as a souvenir for your kids. If you've seen my Pikmin 4 playthrough, you know who this is. Treasure, treasure, treasure! Money, 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 money! Hoping that the mic is working. Initiating. Valuation of recovered treasure. This artifact is worth 100 Pokos. This thing's worth 100 Pokos. That's more than a year's salary. What? There are more on that planet. They can repay our debt. Louis, you don't look alive. You must depart immediately. With Captain Olimar. Yeah, if you remember Pikmin 4, Louis plays a little bit of a role in that game. Area 1. The Valley of Repose. I can do the normal VTuber thing and make my model go and start freaking her out. Well, I say my model, it's not mine. Bzz. That was close. I have averted a crash landing. Running diagnostics. Alert. Danger. Louis is missing. He must have somehow fallen out of his cockpit. He is not responding via his communicator. He is either flouting protocol or in danger. Olimar, you must find the Louis before he freezes to death in the cold of this planet. Wait a moment. Look. Could these be Pikmin? They look just like they're about to be devoured as we speak. Help them. Use left stick to put the cursor near the Pikmin and press B to use your whistle. You can also hold B to make the sound of your whistle carry further, remember? So yep, left stick moves. Tapping the B button just does a little whistle. Holding it does it bigger. You can... You do have to hold... If I just tap in the opposite direction, the cursor will go right next to me. Tap a little bit, it'll go further. So you do have to work a bit. Anyway. Yeah, he can't eat them. Good old Pikmin glitches. The Pikmin ran to your side. They seem to remember you, Captain Olimar. How fascinating. Give them instructions and do not delay. Hold A to grab a Pikmin, then release to throw. Oop, punch in the mic again. Yeah, get used to that noise, by the way. Though, wow, 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 wow. Happens a lot. Attention, Captain Olimar. I've just re-established my communications link with Louis. It is fortunate we have managed to confirm his safety. Press Y to communicate with him. I'm quite interested in the details of his condition. Just for the sake of it. Louis, allow me to assess your condition as per our safety protocols. Are you at all injured? I think there's a button I can push to slow down the text too. Is that so? Then my concerns are eased. Our communication link shows you are nearby. Can you make your way to our location and rejoin us? I will navigate for you. Press the plus button to contact me and obtain information about the terrain. Yep, this is, as you saw earlier, the Switch version. The Switch version changes a couple things. It makes the controls better. It messes with one of the controls. And it does a big change of things. Louis, the odd object before you appears to be one of the onions mentioned in Olimar's report. And I'm not going to get interrupted by a, oh god, what was it? Was it home insurance or mortgage? Email or phone call. I think it was home insurance. Like I did last time I tried to do that. I tried to do this series like a year ago. Right after Pikmin 2. And it, yeah, right here I got an annoying, well, right here, right before the recording I called them, I called my, my bank and I was like, hey, look, this thing, I'm gonna have to do this, legal stuff. They called me and they're like, yeah, sure, okay, that's lovely. That's all set and good. That's fine. We'll do it on this day. Literally 10 minutes later, I get a call from them. Hi, we have it on record that we're supposed to make a call with you today. I'm like, already did, buddy. The seed the onion ejected just sprouted. According to Olimar's report, it can be plucked with the A button. No, I want to punch this plant instead. Louis. This must be one of the Pikmin creatures from Olimar's report. It is staring at you. Press A to throw a Pikmin where you want them, or where you want it to take action. A squad of them can do a lot. You can disband a squad by pressing X. Interesting. Olimar's description of the creatures resembling Pikmin carrots was strikingly accurate. Louis, my sensors have detected drool in the corner of your mouths. Or in the mouth. Are you alright? Yeah, he's reminded of that, he just teleported in. Well, that's the downside of this game being widescreen supported now, as opposed to the old 9x3 that the GameCube was. And now the new feature of music kicks in. Yeah, see, Pikmin 1 music wasn't invented yet. No, it was. Pikmin 1 has good music. Onion ejected more seeds. The pellet from the flower must hold nutrients that breed Pikmin. Yes, the Pikmin gather nutrients, haul them to the onion, and further propagate the species. The onion is a Pikmin mothership. Reviewing Olimar's report, it seems holding A lets one rapidly pluck sprouts. Yep, in the GameCube version it was tapping. That, and you noticed. Well, I don't know if I'm sure you noticed. Probably not, because you couldn't actually see it happen. Look how fast the sprouts take to actually sprout this time. Yeah, much faster than the Pikmin 1. Like, it's like 90% quicker. It is insane. However, as I was saying, they broke the control for the GameCube. One of the controls they actually messed with was, instead of using the C stick, or the second stick to just control them, you have to hold LB. Which is just one extra step to do the control, but it's fine. And here's the second thing they changed. Arguably, it doesn't matter. But, yeah, it's because their copyrights ran out. This battery, the electric super battery, or electric power super battery, in the GameCube version, this is a Duracell. Now, I'm sure, upon hearing the word Duracell, you think, hey, I've heard of that word before. Yep. Pikmin 2 had brand names. A lot of the treasures Pikmin 2 had, well, a good chunk of them, were brand name items. They were items you can go and pick up in stores. There's a Dannon lid, there was a 7-Up bottle cap, there's a Coca-Cola bottle cap, an A&W bottle cap, there's batteries, there's a lot of stuff. Perhaps this object is one of the treasures that we are searching for. The only reason we found it here is because this is where you crash landed. How fortunate. I'd like to appraise it, but you must regroup with Olimar. Can you see him? Press ZL to move the camera behind you. Also, ZR to zoom in and out, and up and down to change angles. Oh, and press right, or press left or right on the right stick to rotate the camera. I like how Olimar flips in appreciation that he found Louis, but Louis just doesn't care. Captain Olimar, Louis, you're reunited at last. This has been a troublesome start to our trip. But now you must feel assured that that your combined wits can get you through anything, correct? From now on, press B to form a single group, X to take solo action, and Y to change leaders. None of those controls work. None of those controls matter. What it means by form a single group is I have 8, Louis has 7. If I whistle the Pikmin behind Louis, nothing happens. I whistle Louis, he joins my group and his numbers become part of mine. Is there anything up there? Nope. Oh yeah, clicking the left stick in seems to do that. Put the cursor under you. Anyway, as per Pikmin 1 protocols, bottom number is how much is needed, top number is how much you have. On it specifically. Numbers in the bottom right, leftmost number beside the X is how much you have in your group. Number in the middle is how much you have on the field. Far rightmost number is how much you have total. Unlike Ochi and Pikmin 2, Louis just passively goes and grabs Pikmin for you as you're picking them up too. You don't have to buy an upgrade for them. Come on, you can do it. There's a fun little thing with the music here, if you listen to Olimar's music. Versus Louis'. Olimar's has like a clicking that Louise doesn't. The music changes based on your player. It also changes based on how much health they have. I'm going to go over the music in a bit. The music also changes if they're doing something. So if you hear, I guess now would be a time to actually check the new music with it. The music makes a clicking noise if the Pikmin are doing something. This game has the activity music. And yep, this is an appraisal. Every treasure you get, this will happen to it. You know, you'll just pop up here, it'll get a name at the top, you can rotate it, you can have fun with it. You can look at some of its details. Remember, this is a Duracell in the original. Our first day of exploration has yielded our first treasure. We will be done in record time. I took the liberty of naming it when I appraised it. The name reflects my current thinking. Leave it to me to think up catchy names for hit products. It is but one of my many talents. We shall end our first day here and report back to our president. His face will surely be rejoiced, or be joyed rather. However, to communicate with Hokatate, we must fly into low orbit. We will not return to the surface until morning, so as to avoid the indigenous nocturnal creatures. Yep, as in Pikmin 1. Bad things live here in the night. And then they just throw that out at Pikmin 2. Or Pikmin 4, rather, and just, like, screw it here. You can go wander around at night. Well, you can't wander around at night, but you do get night missions. I'm gonna skip that cutscene because that cutscene has a potential for spoilers. Funds earned. Lets you just look at what you've got, how much money you made today, how much you have in total. Pikmin totals. Lets you know how many Pikmin you have, how many Pikmin died. Now you may notice there's 5 spots there. You found your first bit of treasure. Fine work. Our future depends on your efforts, so check your treasure hoard regularly. I'll check in often. Keep up the pace. I can't save because of the LPing thing. And this version also has the Pikmin 4 thing where it just shoves replaying in your face. Rather deep end. Treasure hoard, you could just relook at treasure. Piklipedia. Lets you freeze enemies, look at them, get a description on them. Just stuff like that. It is fun. Snowman. There's a thing in the back right. Well, it's 2 things. Well, 3 things. I wasn't worried you could just see the enemies from here. Good morning, workers. Ready for another day of toiling for the profit of your company? Pikmin seem to still be asleep inside their onion. What lazy creatures. No wonder they lack survival skills. Stand beneath the onion and press A to call them out. Yep, it's said. Stand under to get the onion screen. I like to have 2 on each thing, primarily because it gets you the speed boost for it, unless it's a big thing like a 5. I say as I immediately counter that point. Just like Pikmin 1, there's a timer at the top. I'll come back to that later. I think there's still a little bit more I need. Because I don't think I can do this yet. No, I can. I just don't think I want to just yet. Yeah, Pikmin are a little greedy in this game. They do try to jump from one pellet to the other. Also, just in case the question comes up, you can't have any more than 2 on a 1. Waiting for those other pellets to get in. Yeah, punch the mic again. Downside of needing to have it so low. Oh, yeah, I didn't even... Like, I'm over here like, oh, there's a number in the far right. Yeah, there is. Here, let me check it really... Or show it off really quick. There you go, there's a number in the bottom right. Sorry about that. Yeah, and this one's only a half body, so I don't care. I'm not paying money for a full one. I might someday. I've been having fun with this, but... Actually, I want to keep them for this guy. Anyway, if you hear the music... There's now like a drum beat in the background. And there's also a little like playing in the distance. Just like in Pikmin 4. Enemies have their own little music. And he killed some. Killed 4. Of course he did. Because the bum rush doesn't work in the Switch version. It's not as potent. How much does this take? 35. Yep, you can't do the bum rush on this game because this thing, they tend to not grab on when you do the bum rush. So you are just set to lose more Pikmin than you really need to. I probably shouldn't have gotten rid of Louie, huh? Because I gotta do these one by one. Yep, I'm supposed to have 70, but I lost some to the big billboard because... yeah, it's fine. It's gonna happen at some point in the game anyways, like there's no say in the matter. Yeah, I could. Yeah, just have them all be... have 16, or however many be on there. 45. Of course, while I wasn't looking, they knocked the wall down. Yeah, beginning of the game, you don't really get to do much. It's just waiting and multitasking. Oh, utter scrap. Yep, that treasure thing interrupts you no matter what you're doing, and you get no say in the matter. And it does that so many times. It does that 196 times. Not counting the final boss, because the final boss has 5 treasures. And of course it's the final boss, so you'd want it to interrupt. It's not really interrupting at that point, but yep, you have to sit to that screen 200 times if you do count, or 201 if you count those treasures. How could Pikmin destroy such a massive wall when mastered, or when masked their might is ferocious? Louis did, yeah. This is just how to properly use Pikmin again. Game tells you several times. Interesting. Warm air is welling up from the hole in the ground before you. What could lie underground? What is wrong? You both show expressions of unease. Do not fear, the leader's group of Pikmin will join you. I shall dispatch my research pod too. I will return any Pikmin outside of that group to the Onion. Oh. Approach the hole and press A. So yeah, as he says, throw a Pikmin over there. And if Louie has it, Louie goes over here. Olimar picks up all, 65 other Pikmin. Presses A. I'll tell you some things at the top. You can faintly see what they are, but I won't spoil them just yet. And it'll tell you in the bottom right how many Pikmin will enter with you. Louie will still go with you, or the other captain will still go with you, but his Pikmin will not. So see, for example, if I do it. Oh yeah, great, and I get no say in this matter either. Intriguing. My heat sensors indicate that this hole's interior is warmer than on the surface. Analysis suggests danger lies ahead, but the promise of treasure is tantalizing. If you wish to check underground terrain, press the pause button to communicate with me. I'm not just a ship, I am an all-purpose support pod. Yep, so I have 65 Pikmin. But if I pause, there's one in the onion. So he's not dead. Anyway. Yep. This is a cave. Just like the function of Pikmin 2, or 4. But these ones are better. Because while Pikmin 4s were kind of pseudo-puzzles, this game its dungeons are randomized within a preset system. Not this dungeon because it's the tutorial, but that is typically how it works. So yeah, say I'm over here if I'm doing stuff, right? I'm herding the Pikmin, I'm moving them around. Oh, I get interrupted. Every time. Spicy ginger ale. This was don't remember what brand. Canada. I think this might have been 7-Up. Yep. Every single treasure does that. It is super annoying. And just like in Pikmin 4, how can you possibly consider this beast a treasure? Beasts are incompatible with my circuitry. I suppose I will store your finds in my hold. But I do not think beasts will be worth much. Yep, so they are worth a minuscule amount. Citrus lump. And that noise? Nothing comes of it just yet, but that means there's no treasure left. This hole appears to be quite deep. My sensors indicate more treacherous terrain up ahead. Louis, do you recall that you can adjust the camera with ZL? And up and down, left and right, and on? And up and down, up, down, left and right on? The right stick? Yes? Your expression suggests you do. Excellent. Don't worry, all your Pikmin will follow you. Approach the hole and press A. Yeah, unlike up on the surface, any Pikmin with you will join you. Regardless of who they're with. It's kind of weird that there's a double standard to it. Like on the surface they won't, but on the underground they will. But you're at higher risk of losing Pikmin underground than you are on the surface. Yep, final floor. It's inconceivable how such an immense object has been buried here for so long. The design of the outer shell resembles the surface of the planet as it's seen from space. Perhaps this could be used for something other than salvage. But how will you ever lift it? I fear that even 100 red Pikmin cannot lift it. Yep, and as he says, it takes 101. And, ooh. If you've played Pikmin 4, you know exactly what these are. Astounding. A flower blooms in a cave deep underneath the snowy landscape. Clearly, it is warmer down here than above. Look, the Pikmin are restless. They look as if they yearn to be tossed into the flower. Yep, 5 per flower, and they turn into purple. Amazing. A purple Pikmin. It has hair, and is quite stocky. It seems very heavy and strong. This kind of Pikmin was not mentioned in your report, Olimar. It must be an entirely new type. Transforming Pikmin by tossing them into flowers? Intriguing. Perhaps there are others. Yep. And as he said, they are heavy. So, they are very slow. Like, excruciatingly slow. But, as he said, you know, one Pikmin, 100 red Pikmin can't lift it. But how about 10 purples? So when you pause, you can look on the screen and see where they are. Astounding. Water shooting up from this geyser with incredible force. Sensors indicate it has enough power to launch you into the air. Approach it and press A to try. Spherical Atlas. There's a device resembling a microchip embedded inside the sphere. Retrieving data. Error. I can only decode a portion of the data, but it did retrieve new geographic charts. I will input this data into my planetary database and name it the Sphere Chart. Press plus or pause to contact me and go to the exploration kit on the radar screen. Yada yada yada, I'll explain in a second. Now that we have this new data, we should be able to explore the decoded area tomorrow. And the noise. What he means by pausing and looking at items is this screen. Now, if you're playing this on the GameCube version and you sit on this screen for a number of minutes, you get an Easter egg song. They took it out of the Switch version. Saving doesn't matter. I wish you can get more Pikmin on this day. You've successfully returned to the planet's surface. Excellent decision-making, gentlemen. You must celebrate your first successful spelunking expedition. You've gathered a large amount of data that needs in-depth analysis. I shall send a report back to the President tonight detailing your progress. Oliver Louis, since you will explore a new area tomorrow, today's work is done. What? What? You still want to work? Unacceptable. You may not realize it, but you were exhausted. You should take a much-needed rest. You have all the time in the world you need to collect treasure. Or all the time you need to collect treasure. Yep. Unlike Pikmin 1, where you had a time limit. And technically Pikmin 3, you have a time limit too. In this game, you have no time limit. Hear that, Autumn? You don't have to save state for every Pikmin death, because you can take time and regrow your numbers. Ugh. Certain YouTuber that, frankly, has kind of invited themselves onto another channel I like watching, that just it basically eats away the fun at that channel. I hate any video that person joins. I've complained about them a bunch. But they play this on emulator and they save state for every death. Oh, I don't want to have to spend time farming. Don't play at RTS. Haste makes waste, so take it slow and steady. And I guess I could care less about whether or not this loads here. My numbers have gone up. And I've lost some Pikmin. Maybe steps first, Olimar. Plan well and don't worry about me. Our debt is with Happy Hocotate savings and loan after all. Besides, there's nothing left to repossess, so ha! I mean, you have 2 working kidneys. Yep. So that's what those things underneath the name is caves. It also tells you how many treasures above ground. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.